All right, gang. Back at the. Sorry, I'm laughing because I just tried to do this using the stabilizer software, and for some reason the picture is just not good enough. I might be missing a setting or something. So we just finished up the 13 game turn 13, the June 11th AM turn. Hard to believe I've already played into the fifth day, or maybe it's hard to believe I've only played into the fifth day. But yeah, there's some changes going on here. The Brits got one more command. No, they're still on four. I was selected this time. The Germans are now getting 6 command points, so they're able to activate a lot more stuff. Let's take a quick look here at what's going on. And British Airborne, as you can see, they're pretty much everything's gone but the one stack right there. So they're pretty much at the end of their whistle over here. That's the only one left right there, and he'll be gone here shortly, I'm sure. Just couldn't get across. Now, you notice see that Brit unit, that recon unit, and he's got some armor underneath him between the canals there. It's because they were able to exploit across the bridge up here. That unit that was sitting there, the German unit, they were a DG unit, so there was no zone of control coming from them. So they exploited, moved down between the two canals there, and that kind of made things a little tougher for the Germans to be sitting here, so they backed off one. The Brits will recover that DZ, but doesn't matter anymore. So since the pair that's on this side of the canal can trace back to the beach, just like everybody else. All right, so I guess the plan is the Germans here will finish that off, and then they'll defend the canal. They're going to try to push troops up here to defend this canal. I think if they want to be successful, if the Brits should cross it, they're going to have to counterstrike back at them and drive them back across there. So we're going to need to set up. We're going to have to set up a good defense for the Germans at both of those bridges on the canal. And truthfully, I can't see how the Brits are going to be able to pull this one off. I guarantee that if the Germans hold these bridges and they hold Caen, and they could pull back behind this river here, all right, in minute, because nobody's crossing it unless it's at a bridge, not even the infantry. And they keep these strong points active or alive. I don't think the Brits can get enough points to win the game under the victory conditions for this 2-map scenario. All right, so you see here, the Brits have knocked out the German unit except for that one. No, actually, no, he is gone. Yeah, they knocked out all the German units in this area here. So now the defense is in Caen, which you've got SS, Lear, and 21st Panzer. Some of their better units are sitting in there, so have to be a lot of airstrikes and a lot of powerful artillery that are going to have to roll 2s to even hit them, and have to roll pretty much a 6 to even get damage on them. So, I mean, they roll a 2, they can DG them, and then you're going to have to attack them. And I don't know if you can get enough in there because they're going to get like a 2-column shift to the left being in that city. So if I go after it, the Brits are going to probably take a lot of damage. The Germans, which first initial line is going to be along the river here. Now, somebody pointed out to me, Nightjar Flying pointed to me that the rivers are named. So this is the Elodon, which I don't speak French, sorry. Hard to believe I didn't even notice they did name these rivers. I just couldn't see it because it's so subtle. But SS and Lear are set up. They're backing up behind this. All right. For now, the odds are, because the Allies have pretty much got all the victory points to the west side of the river. So the odds are, for the better defense, they're going to end up pulling back here, and then maybe trying to find an opportunity to apply a counterstroke to the Allies once they push in. I don't know. They may not have to. I think if they get behind that river, the defense is going to have to focus probably around Caen and around the 2 canals right here, and pretty much hang on for what? Not even 10 turns, 9 more turns. So the next turn, the Brits are going to get another command point. So they'll have 5 now. They'll be able to activate five units, 5 commands. Canadians, I actually had them active and I didn't push them far enough forward. I wasn't even paying attention. And then I realized when I got down to combat, I was like, oh hell, I had the Canadians activated. So I went ahead and dealt with the German units that were still encircled down here. There's only 1 left. And then you got the two strong points up here on the coast. They're out of supply now, so they'll probably go here shortly. But everything over here in the west is clear. And, you know, I'm curious about what if you were playing all 4 maps, playing the campaign, if any German units would filter in from B map into this fight and maybe cause this British push over here around the right side to maybe not have been such an easy push or such a big push as it has been in this scenario. All right, so there you see it. We've got the 50th ID is broken up into like 3 groups right now. The red stripe units, group there, group over here. They're a large infantry division, and group over here. The 51st is also large. They're in the middle. They're untouched. They really haven't been engaged in anything yet. And then the rest of their units are coming here, so they'll be along. Canadians, they'll be able to. You know, they're already pretty much forward, but they'll be able to get the rest of their stuff forward. And like I say, with 5 command points coming up on turn 15, they'll be able to activate 5 divisions or 5 major units. 7th Armor got some more help, and they still got some more coming on. And the Brits still have pretty much 80% of a whole nother division left to come on. So we'll just have to see how this develops. If there's going to be a fight over here, it's going to have to be infantry. 1 hexing it across those rivers because they're minor. They're not a major river, and trying to disrupt that. That's why I think the Germans are probably going to peel off back to the what river is this over here? This is the Orne, La Orne. They'll pull back to that there and try to hold that off. So, and somebody said something to me about Bayonne or something like that. I don't even know where the hell that is. Maybe that's not on this map. I want to say it is. Yeah, right there. But it's already gone. That's long been since. It only had 1 victory point in it, though. So right now, the Brits are sitting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's say they get a unit off the board. That'll be 12. But the Germans still have 12 minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, minus 6 strong points. So that's only 6 points. So they're not going to win on that. And they would have to take, if that stood its ground, they would have to take, they'd have to take all of Caen and maybe a little bit more. All right, so now there's your front line. Germans still hold the crossings of the canal. They've backed off along the first river there. We'll see what happens, whether or not they can do any damage there or whether they can hold. And if not, they're going to drop back to the Orne and set up their defensive line behind that. That'll be a lot easier to defend, and it will free up resources to put into little counter-strike groups that I can probably move down the canals here to help out in case the Brits get across. All right, so that's the end of turn 13 for Day of Days. You know the deal. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe and notify so you can keep up to date when I post the next one. All right, let's get this up and let's move along with the next turn. All right, talk to y'all soon.